guys, welcome to Family Create. Hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be unboxing a wireless magnetic keyboard case for iPad Pro 12.9 inch. This is a very nice keyboard case which I've basically wanting it for a while now. It turns the iPad into a laptop pretty much. So I'm going to unbox this and show you what it's like to use it on an iPad. So let's unbox it. It's made in China from a company called AVNICUD. So the packaging itself is obviously very high quality, really nicely presented. And it tells you it's magnetic, it rotates 360 degrees, it has got backlit, trackpad. It's also magic, the positioning of your iPad tilting, you can pretty much take it to any position. And as I said earlier, it rotates 360 degrees, so as you can see, it doesn't matter what position you're sitting, you can get the products you're working on viewed by anyone. So let's open it up and check it out. So inside, that's the case. Let's have a look what else is there before we look at the case. So we have a user manual here, which I'll have a look at it in more detail in a while. And then here we have details of gesture controls for the trackpad. And on the side here, we have a charging lead. So the charging lead is USB-A to USB-C, which is good. So it will mean it will charge the keyboard quite fast. So let's put the box away and check the keyboard out now. So here we have the keyboard. So it feels really nice and smooth. It has a very nice feel to it. Feels premium. And the casing itself is metal, I think. Definitely metal. This is the back. And we've got the camera cutout here. Also, it acts as a case for the iPad. So let's open it and have a look. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. And the trackpad is quite large, ample amount of space to use the trackpad. It's got a QWERTY layout. Keys feel good actually, clicky, but not making so much noise. So once we turn it on, we'll get more of an idea. But I love the feel. It's actually very well made, premium feel to it. And the inside of the case itself, it feels textured, more like suede textured. So let's get the iPad. Or actually, let's show you that it goes 360 degree turn. So when you're like out and about and you're in a team meeting or wherever, you could just turn your iPad around and show others if you wanted to show the screen. It also turns around and you can actually close it and read if you wanted to, read just as a book. So I love the features. It's really good and easy to use. And it's actually quite thin. So this is how thin it is. And then when you put the iPad on, it will be double of that. So quite good. So we have a hinge connection here, which gives you can rotate it to the 360 degree with that rotating connection. And this also enables you to completely turn this whole iPad case flat and turn it around into a book like I showed earlier. So tilt wise, you can tilt the whole iPad to go flat down, or you can keep it upright and then just tilt the top and put your iPad in an angle. So anyway, let's put the iPad on and see how it looks. So here's our iPad Pro, 12.9 inch. I'm just gonna demonstrate, put it on and show you. Did you hear that magnetic pull? It's actually quite strong. And then at the back, as you can see, that's how it will look. So if you've got the wide enough cutout for whichever generation iPad you have. It supports generation 6, 5, 4, 3. However, it doesn't support generation 2 and 1. So you can have it straight, you can magic position it so you can have it on a tilt to make viewing much more comfortable. You can also, if you tilt it too much, if you get to that position, it will just fall by itself flat, but you can also have it flat. As I shown earlier, it goes around 360 degrees both ways. You can also turn it around, use it like a book. This is also the perfect position for artists or anyone using the Apple Pencil. Let's take it back to the magic position and connect it to our iPad and see what it's like to use it. This actually closes like a laptop, so whenever I'm out and about I can use it as a laptop. It actually isn't very thick, so when you close it and carry it, it's a bit lighter than the laptop I have, so it's nice to just carry it and take it out and about. So the keyboard case weighs 1.31 kg. It's not very heavy either, but once you add the iPad to it, it does feel like a laptop. And it's quite nice to carry it. You don't have to worry about carrying additional charging brick and other things you may need for a laptop. With this one, the case itself, the charging time is 11 hours. So it's a long charging limit, so you don't have to worry about running out of battery halfway through your journey or something. So let's connect the iPad to the case and see how it feels to use the case itself. Turn it on. We hold this button down for 3 seconds. There we go. It's come on now. And then we'll have to go to setting. So we'll connect the keyboard to the iPad via Bluetooth. We'll go to the iPad setting and the Bluetooth, there it is, iPad keyboard, pair. As you can see, it's connected. And we can see if we use the trackpad, there's a dot here that moves. So the iPad's almost dying, so I've put it on charge. Anyway, just to show you, you can actually work really well and edit documents here. You can create with pictures, images, words, write. It's actually very comfortable to type. It feels like the Apple retail keyboard, and it's very smooth, operates really well. You can move from page, zoom in and out very easily. Although you have the keyboard, you can continue to use the iPad touchscreen features, which is great and makes multitasking quicker and easier, so you can work both ways. Let's have a quick look at a web page. So the keyboard itself makes the iPad function like a laptop. I could take it anywhere and use it and transfer any of my document from any of my PCs and take it with me. Okay, let's have a look at iPhone. There we go. As you can see, it's very smooth. You can easily scroll up and down. The trackpad is gesture controlled, works very smoothly. You can zoom in, zoom out. So you can actually use the trackpad and go back from where you came from. So it's very smooth. Multitasking will be quite easy. So the keyboard itself is a QWERTY layout, and as you can see, it's the usual keyboard with all the usual functions that we expect from a keyboard. So volume up and down, you've got the brightness, lighter, darker, You can take screenshots, everything really you can expect, shortcut functions as well. If you go through the manual, there's a whole vast list of things you can do with shortcuts. Just to mention that the battery will last about 11 hours with one full charge. Also, the operating distance is 10 meters, and the standby time is 90 days on full power, so that's like quite amazing. You can continuously work full 5 hours with backlit on as well, 80 hours with backlit off. Charging time is 3 hours, which is reasonable, and also its battery 500 mAh, so that's quite good. One of the other functions that this iPad is used for with the keyboard is my children. Their online sessions, they mostly use that, and it's great. They multitask, Zoom meetings, work, do their lessons at the same time while they're having a Zoom lesson with their teachers, so it's fantastic so far. So I'll show you more footages in terms of night with the backlight on and when I'm out and about, just to give you an idea what the possibilities are. This is quite a slippery surface, and you can see it sits well even when it's open. Let me turn it around. There you go. As a laptop, it's very, very steady. When you put it on the magic position, still it's okay, and it's quite steady. It's not going to be flapping about. Even if you put it at an angle or turn it around, it's very stable. It's not going to be rocking or falling apart. It's very, very strong. It's a premium build, just like the Apple iPad Magic Keyboard. You can close it and you'll go on standby, and you'll save battery. As you can see the thickness once you put the iPad in. And then you've got the iPad charging port here, and you've got the keyboard charging port here. So here we have the MacBook Pro 13-inch, and then if we compare it to the iPad 12.9-inch, if we look at it, the thickness, obviously the laptop is much heavier, slightly bigger in thickness, so the iPad case itself with the keyboard is much easier to carry, lighter than the laptop itself. So I'll do a couple of more shots when I'm out and about, and maybe some night shots as well when I'm using it, and update you then. So here is the night footage, and you can see that the keyboard has a decent amount of backlit, and you can easily work in environment that isn't well lit. Also, if you're not using the keyboard for a short while, the backlit goes off, and therefore saving battery. So far the iPad keyboard case has been quite a hit in my house. I really like using it, and my secondary school kids have really found it useful, because they have to do a lot of online learning, homework submission. They have been using that a lot, and so they find it quite easy to use. They have used it quite a lot for their Zoom lessons with their teachers as well, which is really good because they can have the Zoom running at the same time, do their work, submit the lesson works that's been put through the system as well. So in terms of pros and cons, I feel this iPad keyboard case is very similar to the original Apple Magic keyboard case, but it's less than half the price. This keyboard case also has the 360-degree rotation, which the original Apple Magic keyboard case doesn't have. So that's an advantage which I really like, and the kids really love it, because when they do Zoom lessons between the two of them, they actually can rotate their screen to each other when they need to share. Also, the keypad is very tactile, smooth and comfortable to use. In terms of the trackpad, it's large and again smooth and precise to use. And I also love the fact that it's got backlit and I can work at night without having to have the light on. It has long battery life, and the advantage is that it's got USB-C charging port, and the fact that it's compatible with multiple Apple iPads is fantastic. In terms of cons, I feel it's a little bit thick and slightly on the heavy side. The iPad case cover material itself is not fingerprint resistant, which can get quite annoying as I'm having to wipe after every use. Also, the pinch zoom is slightly laggy and sometimes can take few attempts to respond. So overall, this iPad keyboard has been a big hit in the family. Those of us who use it really like it, and the girls really find it useful, especially when they're doing their online homework submission or lessons. So we're definitely keeping it. So if you're interested in this keyboard case for the iPad, I'll leave the link in the description box for your information. By the way, this is my own purchase. I'm not promoting the company at all. I'm just giving my own opinion. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video useful, please do give it a like and support us by subscribing. If you have any questions, please do feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye.